Many times school building leaders create a school-based team, but they're not a place where there's authentic voices. The purpose of developing this team is to engage in shared decision-making, generate more impactful ideas, and elevate the voices of teachers and staff. These teams often go by many names, but I like to refer to them as instructional leadership teams, or ILTs. And there are 5 steps that these teams must take to be successful. Step 1 is to create a diverse team. That means having a team with a whole host of different viewpoints and voices, including viewpoints that may not align with leaders. To me, it's about developing collective leader efficacy, which is the shared conviction that a school's instructional leadership team can make a significant contribution in raising student achievement and growth. Leaders need to be able to lower their status and raise the status of the people around them, and we do that by defining roles, which is step 2. Now you can see on the screen that there are a bunch of roles that include people with a voice and people who like to reflect more. But also notice how co-chairs are not necessarily the school building leader. Step 3 is to understand the drivers to success. In collective leader efficacy, I talk about 8 of them. One is mindset. Do we have a deficit mindset or a growth mindset? Well-being. Does the team allow members to set boundaries? Too often our conversations about well-being are just lip service. The other one is professional learning and development. That's definitely the third, because schools are learning organizations, and where adults are supposed to learn together. How do we do that in an ILT? And then workload. We know that the workload of teachers and leaders has actually increased over the years. So do we implement or de-implement? Context beliefs. This comes from Ken Leithwood. Do we believe we work in a community that's going to support us when we're trying to be innovative? Or organizational commitment, another one of Leithwood's. What is the organization committed to when it comes to student learning, and how are teachers and leaders actually committed to the organization? Because if we're not, then what's going to happen is maybe the great resignation is going to happen to us, and we don't want that. The 7th one is skills to work in collectives, which means that we have to understand communication and things like social sensitivity. And then of course the last one is the confidence to work in collectives, which includes mastery experiences, vicarious experiences, social persuasion, and affective states. Step 4 is to enter into a cycle of inquiry. We build success together as a team and decide on the evidence to collect to understand how we are successful. Maybe we have a cycle for implementation, or we have one for de-implementation, which is the abandonment of low-value practices. I actually have 2 videos on this channel for that. Step 5 is to evaluate the process. Evidence of impact that you decided on when developing success criteria. Those are the 5 steps that are going to help instructional leadership team be more authentic and more impactful.